There are so many mobile phone gimbals out there, the DJI Osmo Mobile being the most popular and now even more affordable with its £130 price tag. But then you also have many Chinese brands offering cheaper alternatives. For instance, FeiyuTech, a company you've probably never heard of. They offer more than 20 different types of gimbals and stabilization systems, even including a waterproof option for GoPros, as well as ones designed for much larger cameras. I purchased this gimbal for 66 quid. That's pretty cheap for a free access smartphone gimbal, but was that money wasted or was it well spent? Can this gimbal produce similar if not better results than the bigger brands? That's what I'll try and determine in this video. So let's get to unboxing the device itself. The box certainly doesn't give away the fact that this cost a fraction of the price of other gimbals. You can see space grey ticked here. That's the colour I ordered. It supports Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone to it and use the vehicle application. The main reason why I ordered this gimbal isn't just because it's cheap, it's also because it has or acts as a selfie stick, so it makes it different from all the other gimbals out there. It also comes with a few other bits and bobs you'll see when I open the box. So it looks like a bit of the plastic wrap came already torn off a little. That should make it a little easier to take off the plastic, so let's do that. This device sells for £109 on Amazon. I got it for £66 on EGlobal Central UK. Goes to show how important shopping around is. So just, if you can't find it for the price you want, or you want it for a little cheaper, have a look around. Hopefully you should find something good enough. Inside you'll find the hard case. Should you need reminding, you've also got the FeiyuTech branding on the top. The build quality feels good and solid, so it should protect the gimbal while it's in there. On top there's a handle, so if you don't chuck this straight into your bag, you can still easily carry it around. So I'm just going to open up the zip and let's see what's inside the case. And voila, you have the gimbal. Yeah, so it pretty much looks like every other gimbal out there. We have two more boxes inside. Let's take these out and see what's inside them. Must be the bits and bobs I was talking about earlier. So the bigger box contains the portable tripod. You can attach that to the bottom of the gimbal to hold it steady on a flat surface. Should come in handy for when you want to shoot those time-lapse videos. And the other box contains the strap for the gimbal. Inside the case you have the warranty card. You've also got the instruction manual in both English and Chinese. Now I'm just going to take the gimbal out of the case. The gimbal itself feels very light in the hand, even though it weighs 428 grams. It can hold a payload of around 200 grams. I'm going to mount the Note 8 onto it. So if it can hold that, it should be fine with most other phones, as the Note 8 is pretty big in its category. Before you even turn on the gimbal, make sure that you balance the phone properly by adjusting the cross arm. Once you're happy it's balanced, just hold the power button down to turn on. And now you can see when I move the device around, it's holding the phone very nicely and keeping the video very stable. The other great thing about this gimbal is that it can extend by an additional 18 centimeters. That should really help when you're trying to take group selfies or when you're vlogging and want a wider frame to capture more than just your face. On the gimbal itself you have a joystick which lets you pan the phone, the power and function button that shifts between the different operation modes. You also have the Bluetooth shutter release button. Here's the micro USB port that you should use to charge the gimbal. And around the back you have the trigger button. On the bottom of the handle there's a standard thread mount, so you can attach this to a tripod and capture even more smoother video. And here you have another micro USB port to charge your phone using the gimbal's battery. Finally there's a focusing button to adjust the field of view. So now that the unboxing and walkthrough of the device itself is done, let's take this outside and test how well or how bad this gimbal actually works. So for the first test, I'll record a video with the Note 8 walking down the stairs without the gimbal. You can see that the stabilization on modern phones are pretty good. So will the gimbal produce a better result? Let's see. So definitely less wobble in this footage. a fair bit more stable than shooting without the gimbal. Now I'll test walking down a straight line. That's a fairly easy job for the Note 8 to handle by itself, and you can see from the results it's pretty stable by itself. Now let's move on to the shot with the gimbal. You can see it's smoother, there's less shake and wobble, but it's nothing magical. You can still notice the slight jolt from the walking. Now, where we should see very noticeable differences is while running. It's not something I do a lot, but just for you guys, I'll do it. Firstly with the Note 8 by itself, and then with the gimbal. As you saw from that footage, the Vimbal 2 does a great job at stabilizing the video. So what are the good things about the Vimbal 2? 1, it's damn cheap, 66 quid. 2, it's really cheap, but seriously, it stabilizes the video very well and allows you to take smooth cinematic shots like you saw at the beginning of this video. 3, being able to extend the gimbal and using it as a selfie stick is great. Extending the gimbal also allows you to capture video from lower or higher angles without having to stretch out your arms. The only 2 negative points I really have for the gimbal are 1, the function button. You have to press it multiple times to go through the different operation modes like pan mode and follow mode. It'll take at least a few days for you to learn how to use the gimbal, so don't expect to start shooting amazing, really great video straight after taking it out of the box. Secondly, the battery life is around 6 hours. That's half of what other gimbals offer, but as it's half the price, I can let that slide. Overall, I feel it was money well spent. This has been Raju from Tectonic. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you, please like and subscribe, that would really help me out. Thanks for watching and see you guys later.